check.
1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3, check. That always fucks me up.
There is. Oh, sorry. What?
It always fucks me up. We can start whenever, but now I'm recording.
It is a little laggy. I don't. Like the screen and then a little bit the audio. Is that cool?
You can see my mouth move and then you hear the sound?
Yeah, like 1 second or 2 seconds off.
Okay, then let's get rid of Zoom because that's going to throw you off.
Fuck it, bro. I keep you on, bro. You cute anyway. Your ugly ass.
Okay. You're cute with your ugly ass. Okay. So.
And we're back.
Start.
To Too Friendly.
Let's do it at the same time. Ready?
All right.
3,
go,
2.
Okay. 3, 2,
1.
And welcome back to Too Friendly.
Too Friendly. Stupid.
Dude, I like the lights in the bag.
Thank you. I think it looks good. Doesn't this look good? I think it looks good. So you had said ahoy manioy. That's one of our. We had run a test podcast, and where we went over like basically everything. So we're not going to do it again this time.
Fuck it.
But we met in high school. There's a third member of our trio named Seth, who's not important right now, and he is important in terms of ahoy manioy, because ahoy manioy was a joke that started from him. Seth would always say that, or did I say that? Who started that? There are always those like inside jokes with your friends,
but definitely memes.
Well, okay, so it is a SpongeBob reference. It definitely wasn't me then. I hate people who make SpongeBob references, especially if they're adults. And they're like, "Remember that one episode of SpongeBob?" It's like, why are you talking to me? Why?
Damn.
Why would I ever?
If you have time to do whatever you want, I mean, fuck it, bro. Why gotta hate on people so hard? Like, oh, you're not trying to better say, you fucking loser. Fucking pathetic piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit that watches SpongeBob. Well, yeah, because it's a kid's show. It's a kid's show. Like, just people in high school who watch SpongeBob, dude, that's so cringe to me. That's awful. Why would you still watch SpongeBob?
I don't care.
Like, how is that even still interesting to you? It's SpongeBob.
Yeah, Bob Esponja, bro.
Bob Esponja.
The way you say it with your mustache, too, that's perfect.
Por favor.
Por favor.
Senor Crab. Wait, how do you say crab in Spanish?
Yeah. Mr. Krabs or Senor. I don't know.
Senor Crab. Necesitas Krabby Patties. Por favor.
How do you say Squidward in SpongeBob?
Wait, how do you say squid? Oh, dude, how do you say squid in Spanish?
I don't even know. We need comments.
Oh my god, I got the line for you, dude.
Comments. Let us know.
Ahoy, manioy. Dude,
can I get ahoy manioy in the chat?
Ahoy, manioy. Ahoy, manioy, way. Dude, that's hilarious to me. I need to look up what squid is in Spanish. Squid in Spanish.
Hey.
Calamar.
What about leaving your phones on airplane mode? Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro.
Te gustas Krabby Patties? Huh? Calamar word.
Te gusta
that doesn't work.
Pito.
Oh my gosh. That takes me back. You had these friends when I first met you. You had these friends that literally would run a joke into the ground so hard.
Like what?
Literally, that was the only thing I ever said to those two guys. Do you care if I call them out?
Who? Yeah, go for it, bro. Shout out.
I mean, I saw Chris. He works at that hookah place. Yeah. I was going to say his last name, but you did. But I saw him in public And like we were supposed to be cool. He like lived he moved close by to me actually. His sister moved and he moved with his sister. And he had said like, "Yeah, man, come over whenever." We had bumped into each other walking to 7-Eleven. And I was like, "Sure." But I remember you guys had beef, so I was like, "Fuck that guy." Um
Yeah,
and
there's
I
some
never
like
went over
rumors
and then I saw
going
him.
around. I ended up like squishing him. Uh, I don't mean like squishing him. I squashed the beef. Like I went up to both of them. Like, all right, y'all need to shut the fuck up because this ain't even that real. This ain't even real. But y'all trying to start something, and that's not cool. I'm gonna
Jordy, you
beat the
gotta get
shit out
closer
of
to
you
the
in
mic.
front of your coworkers. Huh?
There, that's better. You're too far away from your mic.
I didn't move.
You just hold it close to you like me.
Fuck yeah. Be a rock
But
star.
yeah, you squashed the beef. They were making fun of their coworkers. What happened?
No. They weren't making fun of you. I was telling them, I beat the shit out of them in front of their coworkers.
Damn. Sometimes you say and do some thug shit, but then I remember that you're you.
That's not. It's not. It's
Like I
not
will
kind.
beat the
You
shit
know.
out of
That's
you.
not nice. That's rude. Don't start shit.
What saying? What I just
Yeah.
said, or what they
No.
were
Like,
saying?
yeah. Like, try to start shit. Like, start rumors and stuff.
Dude, I don't. All the rumors I don't come up with good rumors. Like I want to start rumors about people, and they're never good. It's always just like, dude, did you hear about Nate? No, dude, I hear. It's always like, dude, he takes it in the ass,
Poor
or
Nate.
like
I believe it.
he he
He does
he puts
cocaine, bro. You were
heroin
just
in his butt. It's always something involved with a butt. He's just like, dude, he got butt implants, like something
laughing.
butt related. I could never break butt news to anybody. I could never be like, did you hear? David broke his tailbone and now he can't sit down. He always has to stand. People won't believe me. They'll be like, nah, that's a rumor. I can't trust your butt news. Butt news.
Butt news.
That's basically Instagram.
That is, yeah. I'd say so. Speaking
Got
about
me some
rumors,
tea.
nice. Black chai. I thought you
Black
meant like
chai?
you're drinking tea, like you just drank something.
Yeah, I have tea.
Yeah, what kind?
Oh, something for my
I
stomach.
don't give a fuck. I love you, bro. Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Fuck yeah. I'll see
Anyway,
if I can.
talking shit about your friends, all those
Yeah,
people
yeah.
before
So,
me.
rumors. I remember this one
Well, no,
time.
no, no, no. I wanted to go back before that, the killing of jokes,
Oh, okay,
because
for sure. Let me get this out real quick. This is dope. So,
okay,
in like middle school, there's this one kid that had this Gillette gel deodorant, right? And he was the only kid
Mhm.
that had it because that shit sucked. And then at one point, I found out that after a while, it gets dry and it gets like crusty. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go fuck with some of this real quick. So I put it on like a few people's like locks and lockers, and everybody's like, "Hey, what the fuck, bro? Who did it? You're the only person with like the Gillette fucking deodorant. It was you." And he's like, "It wasn't me." I'm like, "Yeah, it was probably him."
Get him!
They like kicked in his locker, bro.
Oh,
I
oh,
know.
dude, I remember. Um,
Are we
this
gonna
is a
leave this
crazy
on? I
story.
don't even know.
So,
Okay, go for it.
my
Go for it.
remember David.
Hmm.
So
He's cool.
one
Shout out,
day
David.
I meet David after school. This is in eighth grade, middle school. Keep in mind, back in eighth grade, David was gorgeous. Like he was like dripping sex.
Mhm.
Like I didn't get it, but
He's
he
a
just
handsome
was.
fellow. He's a handsome fellow, and
Eh,
he's very gentleman-like.
yes, he's religious. I think that's all. I don't know what it is. I blame religion. Anyway, so David, dripping sex. Apparent he's just. I think he has so much pheromones that they stomp on other men's pheromones, and like the people who are in tune with it, like, get intimidated, and they buck back at him, you know. So
Hmm.
this one, he would just get into fights, and so this guy pushes him in the locker room, and David hits a locker, and it scrapes his back, and he's like bleeding. Like it's a scrape from like his lower back to his like traps, basically, like all across his
Damn,
back from
that's a
left
gash.
to right, like a big slash. Yeah, bleeding. Had to go to the nurse, all kinds of stuff. And apparently, they got him and this guy got into a small fight, and he would always tell me stuff about this guy. Um, Basically, months later, it comes out that this guy had been kicked out of school. David knew this because David's like a tech wizard and he started doing research on him. I feel like David kills people because he'll find out information about people where I'm like, how did you find this? Oh, that I got another story about other stuff he found online. But it turns
Shout
out
out
that this
David.
guy who he was beefing with was an adult. Like he was like 20 something,
What the fuck? That's
and he
pathetic,
was
bro.
in.
Fuck SpongeBob. That's pathetic.
Hold on, he was impersonating a middle schooler to hook up with middle schoolers.
Gross.
That's crazy, dude. The craziest part of it all is that he was failing a bunch of classes. Maybe he wasn't trying, but he could have just been an idiot. And I like that idea more. But that was fucking crazy to me. That like, and that it would make sense that no one was talking about it. They're like, let's keep this on the like keep it quiet. But apparently, this dude, there was like a 20-year-old guy in my class who was pretending to be a middle schooler. Uh, the next thing that he found online, we didn't find out until later in high school because me and David also went to the same high school. Um, so David is perusing the internet, look digging up dirt for whatever reason,
Fuck yeah.
and he
Surfing the
finds
web.
out that this guy who's like so annoying. Like I don't even remember why we hated him, but he was just awful to be around. Just like terrible. Like he wore scarves. You know what I mean?
Is it Elliot?
Yeah.
Shout out Elliot. You know exactly what you're talking about.
He's like Scarf Elliot. Boom. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
Probably Nate, to be honest. I heard he wears
turns
scarves.
turn turns out Elliot had started a YouTube channel where he was doing covers of rap songs, but they were My Little Pony versions of rap songs. Because this is when bronies were big.
So this is over instrumental doing My Little Pony lyrics.
Uh, he did a Kanye West song. It was Power. You know that no one man should have all that power. He took out power and he put friendship. And there was like he had like his own like
Wow.
persona. I think he was a furry too. He
Uh-huh.
had his own furry persona that was a My Little Pony person, and it was DJ Sharpstreak. I can look it up right now.
It
DJ Sharpstreak,
bro,
and
his
he would
mouth.
do covers. And there was this one song where, by the way, David, probably a sociopath, definitely kills people. He watched a bunch of these videos. If I found this, I would have never put two and two together. But
The
he
first
listened. He was
I
like, "This
remember
has
him
got to be Elliot." Like he's got dirt on me for
Yo,
sure.
I remember him fucking being excited about this. I don't know the person, but I remember this like pony thing by the tree in high school.
By the tree, which tree?
Yeah, the kick it tree, like the morning tree. I don't mean like morning wood, like from BHS.
The morning tree.
Yeah, yeah. I should say it now. Excuse me,
DJ Sharpstreak.
sore throat. Not the virus. I swear. Knock on wood.
Why can't I find this guy? Maybe if I do My Little Pony covers.
You
Maybe
got
he took it down.
pride.
Dude, My Little Pony covers. No, there are too many popular My Little Pony covers, which is sad.
It's
So I
pretty
can't
old.
find them. He wasn't that popular. Speaking of which, there is some people from high school, like popular kids from high school, that I see that are now trying to do the whole David Dobrik thing, where they're doing vlogs and they're breaking stuff and they're like putting themselves in harm's way. And don't get me wrong, I do stuff like that too, but I do it for like the character building. Like I'll definitely get involved with something just because I think, oh, this will be a great bit,
Mm.
like for stand up. But
Bro,
I would never
anyway.
put myself through that just for like, watch me go crazy.
I-
Yo, dude, it's me in front of a Target that just got looted. Like, that's not my style.
I'm about to
I
light
would
it on
actually
fire.
loot the Target.
Nah, I'd always try to one up it just for the story. Fuck it.
So, if we were looting a Target, what would you take from Target if you were looting a Target?
Uh,
All the Plan B.
that so
And then
miserable.
just sell it for
So
double.
bad.
No, I'd sell it for half off.
I take like
I'd
all the
spike people's drinks with it.
but just like the rum.
Dude, just spike someone's drink with Plan B.
Yeah, like it's funny. It's a new flavor.
Jordy, get closer to the mic. I'm going to talk over you if you don't get louder.
For real, you can't hear me?
I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you over the sound of my own voice because I'm that annoying.
Okay. What about now?
That's perfect.
Anthony,
Yes,
you are my best friend.
I know.
Okay, good.
What does that sound like?
Do it again.
I put the whole thing in my mouth.
I can't really hear it.
Really?
Again?
My mouth is soundproof? That doesn't make any sense. My mouth makes all the sound in the world.
I think it's just like I don't know. You're a professional at putting that in your mouth, brother.
Why are you so good at putting stuff in your mouth? I can fit my girlfriend's hand in my mouth.
Fun facts. Fuck yeah.
Dude, we could definitely do it. She's tried it before, and she just before she gets like her knuckles in, we always stop because I get too afraid that we're gonna have to go to the hospital with her hand in my mouth. And it's gonna be like a new episode of the weird sex things,
Bro.
where it's like different stories of people who went to the hospital for having crazy sex.
Mm. They never.
Did
They're
you ever
always
see
paying
that? Did
cash.
you ever watch
Who's
that show?
driving?
There was an
Let me
episode
see that.
where two teenagers got sent to the emergency room. I can't remember what happened. I think the girl wasn't taking care of her vag and she had like a chemical shutdown, like toxic shock or something, but they were still having sex
Ugh.
and she like
Was that?
screamed out in pain. And so the father came upstairs and he the guy thinking like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here, runs and jumps out the window. And so he falls, breaks his leg, hobbles home, and they both get sent to the emergency room. And then the parents put it together. They're like, why are you here? And she's here.
He jumped out the window at the hospital that they were at.
No, they weren't fucking in the hospital. He was in the girl's bedroom, but it was on the second floor. So he jumps out the window and broke something.
Yeah, why don't you just walk out the door?
Because the
Yeah.
parents were there.
Yeah, tell her your fucking coochie's dirty, bro. Tell her get her soap. Get a pH.
Dude,
balance,
imagine you're
pH strips. Tell
That's
it
your
get
daughter?
just like gallons of cranberry juice, bro.
Yeah, that's your daughter. You're like,
You're
oh
like,
my, I wonder if my daughter's all right. And some kid walks out of your daughter's bedroom and he's just like, her coochie stinks. Do you know how
yeah,
violent
like,
I
bro,
would get? I'd be like,
I
he's
would.
technically an intruder still. He may have been in my daughter, but I didn't know he was in my house.
That's a good one. Mm. I'd be like, you probably deserved it. Yeah, stank ass coochie on that ass dick,
Why'd you
bro.
fuck my dirty ass daughter?
Did you eat her out? You better. Oh, you dirty. You nasty.
Jordy, you need to have a son. I don't want to imagine the kind of stinky woman you'd
Hell no,
raise.
bro. My kids are gonna be like fucking saints and devils at the same time. I'm gonna try to teach them what I can,
If
um, confidently and respectfully. At the same time, I want
I'm gonna
them to
teach them the,
do their own shit.
you're like, I'm gonna teach my kids the value of exercise. You line them up against the wall. You have a bag of baseballs. You're like, you want to
Have
run? Oh, you want to run a mile
you wanna have a
or
free
get
day?
hit with a baseball? Can you tell that story, by the way?
Yeah, dude. And yeah, I'm not gonna shout out coach. Had two coaches
No,
that
shout
were
him out. He threw baseballs at you.
fuck
Shout him out.
get him in trouble. It's still cool. Anyway,
I don't want to rat the guy out. You only hit me with a baseball
no,
every day.
yeah. This is my own choice. I didn't just stand there for. I wanted to have a free day. Anyway. Yeah. So elementary school, we had this thing called LA's Best, right? It's supposed to be like these people that just get hired to take care of these kids and help them with homework and do activities and whatnot. And there was this thing called like a baseball club, I think. I don't know. But so basically, we'd go out to the baseball field. We'd all line up, and he's like, "All right, I'm pretty sure he's like, if you really want to go, you could just go. But yeah, he's like, okay, so if the ball hits you, you can go play, do whatever you want. All right, for sure, bet. So everybody like that his fucking group was always packed, and it was like overflowing. Couldn't take. Everybody wanted to be. All the guys wanted to be in there. That's actually where I hung out with my brother and then his friends too. Super cool. But yeah, it like yeah. The main point you want me to get to is he threw balls at us, and this is an elementary school.
Yes. Jordy, you're terrible at telling stories. He would line you up and to get you guys, and if you wanted to not run for the day and have a free period,
Hey, what
you
is
would
that on
have
your nose?
to get hit with a baseball.
Dude, what is that on your nose?
What is one on my nose?
Ah, it's just your nose.
You're stupid.
You fell for it. uh,
Sick prank, bro. Here's the
God,
point. You were hit with baseballs as a child,
yeah, but
and
by
now you
choice,
tell me
not by like
that
force.
doesn't make it better. By
Force.
choice, I wanted it.
Yeah, I want to have a
You sound
fucking
like the
free.
kids who fucked Michael Jackson. They're like, that's the king of pop.
Never
Why would I not want to fuck Michael Jackson? The parents are all mad. They're like, he
mind.
did things. He had a lot of money.
Yeah, I probably
Did you
didn't know
see his cotton candy fountain?
fountain.
Yeah, machine, fountain, whatever.
But anyway, I turned out well. I came out good. I try to save people. Hashtag Captain Save a Ho and animals and
I've
the
been calling
environment.
you that a lot lately.
I'm
Oh,
just
tell
trying to
tell
make it
everybody
bucket. Uh,
tell everybody about your pitbull story
my
from start to finish.
puppy. We found a good home for her, by the way. Super cool. So uh, I went to go pick up one of my friends, coworkers. He had just had like a really bad day, Him and this fucking bitch ass Keith. Shout out Keith, little pussy. Uh, they got into an argument. He started going in on my friend Manny. Shout out Manny, the homie. And he started making fun of his girlfriend, his ex, his sister, and like started like digging into him. And Keith started it, but he was the one that ended up getting butthurt, so he took it too far.
Can you talk about why the whole thing had started?
Oh yeah. Keith started off calling everyone gay, and then so it came back to him, and then he got butthurt. So we someone's hiding that
How did it come
insecurity,
back to
bro.
him? They called him gay.
Yeah. He got
You guys are
offended.
gay. Nah, you're gay. And then all of a sudden he told the manager on them.
He's
He
like,
told,
yeah.
I'm not gay.
Snitch.
That's
So
so
like, that's how you know
crazy.
he's a pussy. He a bitch. He a bitch on this podcast. Shout out Keith. He a bitch. Shout out Manny. He the
Oh,
homie.
I got to tell you about what happened at work, by the way. But continue with your pitbull story. So, bitch ass Keith, bitch ass Keith is gay, and he started a whole problem talking about your friend's family, talking about Manny's sister, who he also got fired at a different job. Just all kinds of
Yep.
bullshit. You pick him up from work, then what happens?
Manny's heated. I know he's heated. Drive around a little, start talking to him, start calming him down. I want them to resolve it, but I know if I take him there a little earlier, someone's finna swing Manny for sure, and then Keith. Well, we already know he's a bitch, so he gonna snitch. So I don't want that for him. Calm down, talking more. Okay, cool. We got a plan. All right, cool. They clock out. They come out, and now Manny's ready. He's calm. He's more thoughtful, and yeah. So drive him up to go talk to him. They get a squash or beef. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. There was another coworker that came out with us, but I just pulled her aside. I'm like, come here, cutie. Let me talk about you. Look at your eyeliner. Look at your nails. Look at your shoes. Look at your, ooh. I know you tried today. Bro, why you trying to cover that smile with your mask? I can still see your eyes smiling. Ooh, look at those eyelashes. Ooh, don't blow me away.
You
Anyway,
call her bro?
I said, ooh,
You said
yeah,
ooh, not
she's
bro.
cool.
She's a
She got
dude.
that. Shout out Bree. She's actually a
Okay.
model. Super cool. Yeah. Shout out Bree.
Who works at Panda Express?
Yeah. Stay humble. Actually, nah, she not that humble type. She come from
Stay
me.
humble.
Yeah.
Stay working at Panda Express.
Anyway,
Continue.
so I made them talk it out. They squashed the beef. Perfect. As we're out there just talking, this lady comes up to us, and she's like lost. She has like a bunch of bags with her, and she has this little puppy, little brown nose pit bull, adorable, like 4 or 5 months old at least. And she comes up to us. She's like, "Hey, do you guys can I borrow a phone? I need to call closest hotel. I'm trying to stay the night. I'm lost. My boyfriend left me here, and I'm just trying to get home. Do you know where the 7-Eleven is? So I could get like a charger." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you're not gonna see anything for like half a mile." So this was very late at night. This is like
Half a mile? Half a
more.
mile, Jordy. That's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she's walking. I don't know, just, whatever. And
You're
this
like,
is like,
damn, that's a long way. I wouldn't want to walk that.
she been walking the whole time. I don't. I feel bad because it's just like fucking 76 degrees, or not even like 67 degrees. It was cold. It was cold that night, and
That's California cold.
yeah, I mean, I still feel bad.
Okay, you're too
Anyway,
nice. Continue.
anyway, Farrah was so rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
So she fucking bitch ass. And so she starts walking, and the little puppy like comes up to me, and I had to fucking play with her for a little. Her name's Honey. Find out her name is Honey. Super cute. She starts
Super
walking.
cute.
Me and
Put
my
up a
friend felt
picture.
really bad. Sorry.
I'll put up a picture. Continue.
Oh, for sure. I'll send you a bunch of them. Um, Shout out Honey. And I noticed like nobody really wanted to help her. So I was like, fuck it, okay. And shout out the homie. He actually ran up to her first. He's like, "Here, I know it's cold tonight, so you can have my sweater." And he gives her his sweater. Like, and that act of gesture, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. I can't let her out here like that, especially with this puppy. This little fucking beautiful little pipple. Hell no. Like, hey,
I
don't
gotta one
worry.
up this
I
dude.
hotel, motel, whatever. Uh, yeah, I was mostly thinking about the puppy, to be honest. Fucking love
Yeah, I
puppies.
know.
And so we ended up like driving around. We tried to look up for look some up. All of the ones that accept animals are booked, and the ones that are open don't. So like she shit out of luck. I was just think I told her too. I look back. I'm like, fuck. Look, it looks like it's gonna be a cold night for you. And she's like, fuck. I just look at the puppy. The puppy's like sleeping, but it like woke up a little to look up at me. I'm like, where do you live again? Over in Lancaster. Like, all right, for sure. Let me look this up real quick. I've never heard of Lancaster before, or maybe I have, but never drove there. But
You've lived in California
horrible memory.
most of your life. You've never heard of Lancaster.
I have shit memory, bro. Um, so I look it up, and it's like 56 minutes away by freeway. I'm like, oh, this is a mission, bro. All right, fuck it. I'm an angel today. Let me go fit up on gas, and we'll start going. All right, cool. Start driving. We start getting to know each other more. Her name is Coco. Her and her boyfriend just came over from Lancaster for her early birthday present. I think it was November 16th, and they ended up getting pulled over, and they got caught up. Apparently, the boyfriend had a gun in the car, and they found it. So the cops started questioning her, and she's like, "Look, you need one hand for a gun, and there's four hands here, and I never knew this gun was in the car. I had nothing to do with it." So okay, so they let her go, and she's just like roaming around. That's how she ended up like stranded. So like, fuck, that does suck, especially with a little puppy. Hell no. So we start driving. Everybody falls asleep. Manny goes to sleep. Coco goes to sleep. That's the lady's name. And Honey's sleeping. Finally get there, and I get a little hungry. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. They wake up. Hey, do you guys want something to eat? We'll go to Jack in the Box. Pick something up. As we're ordering, she starts telling me like, "Oh, get this. Oh, and this, and oh, and one of these too, and three of these." I'm like, it's a little forward of you. You gonna pay? I didn't say that, but
Hmm?
I laughed and like I chuckled a little. I'm like, all
What
right,
am I gonna get out of it?
not even like that.
Three, two, one.
So we order everything and good, everything checked out.
Yeah, continue.
Shmoney. So we start ordering everything, and she looks at the dog. She's like, "All right, you're gonna get the scraps," cause I'm like, "What the fuck, bro? All this shit that we're doing, you can't even have like a small hint of kindness. Fuck that shit. All right, whatever. I get a teriyaki bowl for the pup, and so we get the food, order the food,
Not
and we
dog
drive
food,
up
by
to
the
the
way.
window. Huh?
Not dog food, by the way.
It's teriyaki chicken.
You're
It's
like,
fine. No sauce. Sauce is poison, bro. That's like 1,200 calories alone.
it's it's teriyaki chicken, Jordy. You're
It's
acting
chicken.
like, oh, without that, it's still chicken. It's still Jack in a Box chicken, the highest quality of chicken.
Oh,
Continue.
I'm sorry we couldn't find a open Petco at 1:30 in the morning. Fucking head ass. This is the best I can do, and I'm not gonna let that puppy starve, bro. I don't want to. I don't want to eat in front of him.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That's
Amen,
how we met, actually. That's that exact instinct is how we met. Continue.
amen, brother. I love you.
Amen. Love you too, bro. Continue.
And so start feeding this puppy. They're eating in the car. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'll eat you later. I start feeding this puppy, and like instantly, I'm like falling in love with this little pup. She's like, "Oh, look, thank you for all the food. Thank you for everything. I'll pay you in weed." I'm like, bet. I actually
I'll
don't
pay
even give
you
her weed.
in weed.
Yeah, like don't even do that. Just let me
Dude,
take a selfie with this puppy. She's mad cute.
if I was 18, maybe. Dude, I told you about that guy who paid me in weed. Paid me cash and in weed.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hey, that works.
He was like, I'll give you. Remember how I told. He was like, I'll pay you $300 to do my homework, and I was like, how about $150 and $150 in weed? Because this guy had tons of money and to pay me to do his homework, and he had a medical marijuana license and also like several cars. He like ran a garage with his dad. He was Middle Eastern. Dude, that's so common. It's so crazy common that like you'll meet like some young kid who's Middle Eastern and his dad runs a business and it's something to do with something mechanical and he's just like, yeah, I operate it and I make like 60K a year and I'm 17. That's David. David also David is Armenian, and when I met him in middle school, he was helping out his dad's business, which is like jewelry, and so he would get kickbacks from his dad for like tons of money because his dad would make the original designs for like sports teams, and they would be like rings and medallions and other like fancy stuff that would be given to like NBA players and stuff. Um, but yeah,
Fuck
continue. She wants to pay you in weed for food.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, don't even worry about it. I just want a picture with the dog, really. And hey, but
I would have taken the
I
weed.
mean, this is a good story still. Um, so I'm feeding the dog. She's so cute. The teriyaki chicken is like hot, fresh out the microwave and everything. And I'm trying to feed it to the puppy, but it's like too hot. So I'll drop it a little sometimes. But sometimes she'll try to like snatch it out of my hand, but because it's too hot, she'll like throw it in the air a little, try to like cool it down, trying to bite it.
The puppy or the woman?
So cute, the puppy.
Oh,
Nah,
I
she's
thought she was like
enjoying like
snatching
eating
away the chicken.
the puppy.
Her and our
They're like
dog are fighting over the chicken. They're like,
shoot. Hey, but at the last second when I told everybody like when we were coming up to the win, I'm like, okay, who's paying? Everybody like stayed silent, and then she was like, all right, fuck it here. I'm like, are you sure about this, Coco? Yeah, yeah, okay, fuck it. All right, cool. Feed the puppy, love this puppy. Uh, I start training it like immediately, like teaching it how to
mm-hmm,
sit, shit, in the middle of the parking lot. Some other lady starts like staring at us. We take off. I'm like, all right, Coco. Where are we going? Coco's the lady's name,
mm-hmm.
and
I know.
she's like, oh, okay, I gotta call my bitches. I'm like, oh damn, wow, how's status? Okay, so we go over to her bitch's house. Quotes, air quotes,
Her words.
and yeah. So I park. I don't like leaving unless I know they the person I'm dropping off gets inside the house safely. So I stay. And as soon as Coco and Honey go up to the door, they open the door. I hear her quote unquote homie. What the fuck is that dog doing here? That dog is not coming in here. Get that fuck out. Get you and that dog. Get the fuck out. You're not coming in here unless that dog is outside. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I look over at Manny. I'm like, I'm not leaving, bro. I'm not leaving this dog here. And so they start arguing for a little, maybe like a minute, 2 minutes. And she's like, look, I don't give a fuck what's gonna happen. You're not coming in here. You're not gonna be here with that dog. Get that dog. Get the fuck out." And she just lets go of the leash and closes the door behind her. I'm like, "Oh hell no, bro. That's it." I get out of the car. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm not leaving this dog here. Uh, I go knock on the door. As I'm walking up, Manny's like, just tell her we can keep her at my place. That's fine. I'm like, all right, bet. Idea already popped up. I'll get her information. Keep her for a few days. Let me know when you want it back. Tell her that when you have a good home for it, then you can have her back. That's fine. She's like, all right, cool. Maybe it'll be like 2 or 3 days. Like, all right, yeah, cool, whatever. So have the dog now. Awesome. Fucking Captain Save-A-Ho over here. She takes
Yep.
off without a care in the world. Goes back inside. Fuck her and her homies. Uh,
Yep.
yeah. But we started driving back home. We have this new little puppy, and we start getting situated. At this time, I was still working at Panda, but I was also on my way out, and I was doing Postmates. And with Postmates, you can like make your own hours, which is fucking perfect. Now, so I already have a schedule. She's a puppy, so it'll take like about 3 hours between to feed, play, and walk her. Perfect. 369. Awesome. By the time it hits 12, yeah, 12, Manny should be home. Gets home around 10:30 or 11:30. Perfect. He could take care of her for the rest of the day or for the rest of the night. Awesome. Start doing that for a little, and immediately, like we start feeling of like, fuck, dude, this is a lot. This is a lot, and I really wanted to continue. Honestly, I honestly did. I think we lasted like 4 days, 5 days, not even a week, and we couldn't take care of her. Mandy didn't want to keep her at her house anymore. He was planning on moving in with other friends too, so that was already causing a problem. And as much as I wanted to keep this puppy, honestly, uh, I couldn't even give her a home. My main goal was to at least give her a better situation. And yeah, so we started calling people up, see if they want a puppy, double check, make sure they had good like home housing area attention. And ran through a few people, couldn't do it, totally fine. We ended up, one of Manny's friends ended up hitting us back up, and it was him and his girlfriend. Yeah, he's going to school part time, she's working part time. He's mostly at home, all the online classes, all the COVID and stuff.
Hmm.
So he's perfectly fine. He's okay with it, and so yeah, ended up meeting him. I totally forgot his name, but shout out the homie. He'll
What's this
still send
girl's
me
name?
pictures too. I don't know. I didn't meet her. Uh,
Oh,
mm, yeah, I just saw pictures of her in the. Uh, yeah, and the pictures he sent of her. Yeah, yeah. We had bought a bunch of stuff for her, like a bed. She
really quick.
tore that up. Toys, food.
What part? There was a point where you had called me, and we were talking because you had. This was soon after you had punched a tree, and you were so frustrated with how the owner of the dog was treating the dog and how she didn't come to get her. She had abandoned the dog, and you
Oh yeah, yeah,
punched a tree until your hands were bleeding.
yeah. I tried getting in contact with Coco. Nothing of no avail. Uh, Thinking about it, like it was just so ugly. Just like, all right, fuck this job. I care about myself. So this is a puppy. This is in fucking Lancaster. It's like 53 degrees or whatever. Cold, and it's a puppy. Uh, so uh, that really got to me, and I did not want to give her back to her, especially because I knew she wasn't gonna take care of her or have a good home for her. Yeah, and I felt more guilty, and I had a more self awareness, like, uh, thing, I guess. Knowing that I don't I don't have the resources to take care of her or to provide for her, and that's what really bothered me. Um, I'm a piece of shit, you know. Uh, I couldn't take care of her. My main goal was to put her in a better living situation, and even in the end, I still fucking came through. So, you know, hashtag Captain Save a
You're a
Hoe.
good man, Jordy.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
think
beat the
you're
shit
being
out
very hard on yourself.
of
Yeah, you punched the tree.
her.
I think you're being hard on yourself, but I want to hone in on something that you said there about how you were angry at yourself for not being able to provide a good life for this dog because you cared for this dog. It's cute, it's beautiful, you want to take care of it, but at the end of the day, you just are not financially equipped, and like your housing situation, your financial situation, you are not equipped at this moment to take care of this dog, which is a
Housing was,
responsibility. Housing, yeah, your apartment doesn't allow for animals,
yeah.
but you can't just take on this pet out of nowhere, and that sucks for you because you want to give it a better life because you love animals. Like that's you definitely love animals.
Uh,
Wait, hold on. What if it wasn't a pit bull? What if it was like a Shih Tzu or something, like one of those fluffy dogs?
fuck,
Would you
that's
have cared?
kind of cute. Yeah, I still like dogs.
What if it was
It
a
was,
cat?
what helped push me, I guess, was just like the neglect of the animal, like
Mhm.
right in front of me, and that just irked me. That just like shocked me. So I couldn't just stand there.
You wish and you wish you could have provided for it.
Um, I mean, actually, after talking to few people, close friends, I did. From all the time that I spent with her, I gave her all my time, all my love. I scheduled around her. Fucking let her go choose her own toys at the store. I was like, I just let go of the leash. I'm like, go pick whichever one you want. We ended up getting this like rope one. I'm like, all right, cool. I want that one too. Um, yeah, yeah. It was honestly the only thing I was missing was housing, a roof over her head. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Other than that, I feel like I did great. I definitely did my best. I honestly did my best. Fuck, dude. I even trained her a little. Great. I was actually thinking about getting a bell for her.
Oh,
Um,
that would have been cool. That's a Yeah, that would have
yeah,
been cool.
I did that with Harley. Harley's my other pitbull. Shout out Harley.
Hmm.
Mm,
Literally the other color, the opposite color scheme of your pit bull.
yeah, she a little blue nose.
There was
Um,
a
yeah.
That's a good story, man. I have a I have a story from work. Not so happy. Uh, there was a homeless person that got into the building,
Mm,
and we did not show her a Jordy level of sympathy. She was going around to different doors, knocking on them. She literally started floor 1 to 5, knocking on doors, going like, like trying to get and people started calling us. They're just like, there's two people going through the hallway. They thought there
is
was
this at work
two,
or is
but
this? Where is this?
this is at work.
Where do you
So
work?
she's
Where do you work?
going through at an apartment building. I can't say
Bet. Uh, you're
it's
good.
in Portland, Oregon. I can say that much. Which
Oh, no,
all
that's
like LA has a homeless problem.
mm,
But here's the thing, Jordy. You had said that you didn't want to leave that girl and her pit bull out in the frigid, cold, 67-degree weather. It's
mm.
like 30 degrees here. It's way colder during the day. Like it's so much colder and it's raining. And we were like, get out of here. What are you doing?
Fucking
Like
monsters. Nah, honestly,
it's like
I mean,
so warm in the building and then it gets like ice cold outside. But here's my point. And so she's going around, she's knock, 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 like just Tasmanian deviling through the building. And so we finally catch her on the fourth floor. We couldn't find her. We're like, she's supposed to be around the third floor. And then I spot her as I go up to the fourth floor to look.
What
And
does she look
she's
like? What does
in
she
the,
look like?
she was tiny. She had a hoodie on. She had like colorful shoes, slippers. And she had a blanket. And so she was trying to get people to let her in so she could sleep. Because it's too cold outside to sleep right now. It's very cold and very wet.
Do you guys have a lobby?
And I think no.
Oh fuck.
I mean, we have a fountain that's wet and filled with rocks.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
she, so I spot her, and just as we're about to leave, we're like, we couldn't find her. So I spot her, and I'm like, hey guys, come on, let's go. And so we spot her, and we're following her, and she finds like one end of the building to sleep in, and so she throws her blanket down on a bench, and she sits down on the bench. She sees us, and she just kind of like throws her hands up in there. She's like, "Gah!"
Like,
And she looks at us, and she's just like, like just seething with hatred. Like she's really trying to, just like angry, staring at us.
piercing.
And one of my bosses steps up. The assistant manager steps up, and she goes, "Do you live here?" And she starts again. She's like, "Blah, blah, blah." And so, and she's like, "Do you live here? Blah, blah. Are you a resident?" Like, still trying to
Hold me one.
maintain. She squints straight doodle bob. And so we're trying to maintain composure, but she's definitely like angry and agitated and hostile. And we both didn't have our phone. So we're just like, shit, what if we need to call the cops? We need to call our boss right now to like find out what to do. And so the assistant manager sends me to go get the boss. She's like, go get our boss. Leaving her alone with Tasmanian Devil right here. And
I was like,
I'm thinking two things. One, if I leave her alone, she might get into a fight with this lady. Two, I could go down to the office and back faster than she can. So I like sprint down these stairs. By the way, I wear loafers for work. I'm in like dress clothes. So I'm running around in these loafers that you just can't run in. I tried running up some stairs and I lifted my foot to run and the shoe flew off my foot and like into the corner of the room.
nice.
So I'm like carefully like dainty like a ballerina running down these stairs, like using my arms like a gorilla, like I'm holding onto the railings, like going down the stairs. I go into the office and my boss is like, "Oh, couldn't find her," and I'm like, I left Jezebel alone with her. She's all alone, and I didn't bring my phone. I'm like frantic because I'm like thinking that as soon as I left, she like the homeless person just went like bah! And leapt at her and started like biting off her face.
You brought a
And I'm
giant
because
pencil out.
Jezebel's being erased. But it's just because my managers are not. I just don't see them as fighters. I don't think they're gonna win. I think one homeless person that's hungry enough could take them both.
Hunger. You can't. You have to specify the hunger. You
Dude,
do. You do.
I mean, if you get me, if you don't feed me for like 2 days and then you put me in a room with anybody, they're dead. I'll kill them. Like
Yeah, eat them.
hunger, I will eat them. I will eat your face. Even if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna eat your face for sure. I'm gonna get a bite of something.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna take a bite out of your armpit. That's the softest meat. So, so so my boss is getting her armpit eaten right now, and I'm like, we gotta go. So, my boss gets in the elevator. I run back around to the other side of the building and sprint up the stairs. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. And so I find her, and exactly the same thing is happening. My the assistant manager is like, "Are you a resident?" And she's just like still going crazy.
Yeah, I fucking
And
love that
then
nurse.
my still doodle bobbing ahoy manyoy. Uh, the big boss shows up. Big boss walks over, and she goes. She's taken over. She's like, "Let me take a shot. Are you a resident?" Same thing
The
happens,
homeless
except now
person's
she's calling her
telling
a
the
bitch.
manager.
No, she's just like, "Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? Didn't I tell you?" When someone tells you to leave them alone, you leave them the fuck alone. And it's like, we can't. So we're like
Private
talking,
property.
or my bosses are talking to this lady, basically getting nowhere, just going, "Are you a resident? Fuck off, fuck you, bitch, fuck you." That whole thing.
Yeah, at that
We
point, just
call
call
the
the cops.
cops. Yeah, we called the cops, saying she's not, all this stuff. um I'm hanging out with the assistant manager for a little bit, and then we walk over because I think like, oh, I need to check on Francesca. I need to check on my boss. I go over to check on my boss, and she's in a different spot now. Apparently, the homeless person walked down the hallway, and she's like, "Go down this stairwell and watch the other stairwell to see what she does and where she goes. See if she leaves the building." So I go down, and right as I leave the west stairwell, she leaves the east stairwell, and she sees me leave the west stairwell, and so she beelines it straight to me because my boss was like, "Be careful, she doesn't want to be followed," and I just followed her. So she beelines it straight to me, right, and she gets right up in my face. She goes, "What? Were you looking for someone my height?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, Are you busy?" I'm like, "Huh? Am I busy?" I'm like, I
God, my
kinda.
fucking don't you know what clouds
I mean,
smell like?
I'm on the clock. She's like, "You busy looking for someone like me, dressed like me?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Am
kind of.
I
You need to get the
busy?"
fuck out.
I didn't really know what to say. I was like, "Am I busy?" Like, that's such a weird way to say, "Are you following me?"
Okay, look, these situations, they're fucking crazy bananas. So you either
Oh, it
match it,
worked. It
like,
the
yeah, you fucking look. I'm about to smash my pumpkin. Part two. Don't you know Netflix just came out with a new series? Get the fuck out. And
just
yeah, essentially how you talk to them.
match them. She's like,
They'll decipher and they'll be like,
she's like,
"Oh, for sure."
"I've been drinking wallpaper for 3 days." I'm just like,
Don't you know I
"Wallpaper?
shit my
I've been
hand?
watching Netflix. I've been watching Netflix on Amazon. How do you think about that?" And she's like, "Oh, he speaks the language."
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
pictured me and her, like, just both like hands up in the air, just like.
Dude, I'd ask for the security footage. Give me the CCTV camera.
But anyway, so she's talking to me as she walks up, and she probably gets within a foot away from me, and she says, like, "Look in my eyes." She said, or what'd she say? She said, "Look, you see the look in my eyes?" And so when she said that, I took a good look at her eyes because I was thinking this whole time, like, oh, she's kind of like a cornered animal. She's like ready to fight. But in reality, she was just tired. I could see it in her eyes. Like, she was just tired, and she was definitely upset, but she wasn't like violent. And plus, I was twice her size. Like, I had no reason to feel fear, but like, she got up in my face, and I was backed into a corner, so I couldn't even move. So I was just like, I'll knock you out. Like, basically, I was ready to knock out this homeless lady. And then she was just like, "You see the look in my eyes?" And I said, "Yes, I see the look in your eyes." And she goes, "All right, watch your back." And she walked away, and she left. She like just walked down the street. Um, right at that second, the maintenance guy comes out from behind me. He's like, "Hey, I heard there was some homeless person going from door to door." And I was like, "Oh yeah, she's leaving." And by the way, that made me look super badass because I just like stood my ground against some volatile homeless person. And he was just like, "Oh,
You know,
sorry, man, I
this
couldn't have been here." And I'm like
poor
bigger than him,
old
so I was just like, "What
woman
are you
that
gonna do?"
was just trying to find
Uh,
a place to sleep, who was super
so
tired, or you made out to
oh,
be
I
a
think Jordy just left.
bah, bah, bah.
I think Jordy's computer just died. Oh,
uh,
my internet connection is unstable. I thought you just left.
uh, is my audio still in?
You back?
Hello?
I think so. Hello?
It cut out a little.
I think my our internet cut out. Um, let's continue. So she
Yeah,
got
dude.
up in my
It's a
face.
little lady that you almost knocked out who was super tired trying to find a place to sleep. Bah, bah,
Dude, it
bah.
would have been so bad. Bah!
Right?
Just real quick.
Just
Dude, if I uppercutted her, I would still be like scraping the top of her head. Like it'd just be like I would have to like get down on one knee and bow. Um, my
Damn.
point being is that
Do you guys have a
now that like she's I'm sorry, what?
covered parking lot? Do you guys have like a covered parking lot?
No.
No?
No. We have like an indoor parking lot, but our outside parking lot is not covered.
Indoor
My point
parking lot?
being, we have an indoor. It's in the basement. So you need like a pass to get in there. She couldn't get in there. The rest of it is open, so there's no shelter. Um,
Interesting.
so
Is there
she's leaving.
anything valuable in there?
She didn't stay in the parking lot. She left.
No, but I mean,
There's
like,
nothing
was there
valuable in
anything
the parking lot.
valuable in there? Okay.
Cars.
I would have just told her done that. Just like, all right, it's cold as fuck. It's raining, bro. Go
I'm
chill over
not
here in the.
gonna save a lady that almost fought me. What are you talking about, Jordy?
Hey,
We'll
bro,
make her
she just
sleep in
found
the
a
parking
place
lot.
to stay. Honestly, none of this noise would have been made if she found a place to sleep. Now she gonna go do it again to somebody else. At least in the parking lot, it's secure. There's nothing valuable. That'd be the only thing of my concern if I let her inside. Like, I don't really trust her that much, but
Dude,
keep an
she
eye.
can get into. I mean, I work next to a marina where there are boats. Boats aren't locked. If you're a smart homeless person, which is an oxymoron, you would go to. That's super fucked up that I just said that. You would go down to the marina and you would find an unlocked boat and you'd sleep in there. That's what I would do. Make sense?
Cool. Thank you for pulling out your homeless dick out, bro. Appreciate that.
Okay. My homeless dick, bro. I'd be so much better at being homeless than you. Um, I would. Um, but here, so we all we all recuperate in the office, right? We all come back for a little meeting. We're
Mhm.
getting back to work. We start talking about it. My boss is like, "I've never been called bitch so much in my life." And I'm like, "Really? Like this was the worst experience? Like you've never dealt with homeless people before?" And like I
Yeah.
had this weird sense. I felt it when she was like, to my assistant manager. I was thinking like, this reminds me of LA. Like this reminds me of LA homeless people. I feel at home a little bit. Like I feel reminiscent of like Skid Row and the homeless problem in LA. This it's homely.
It's not
It's
even the homeless
nostalgic.
problem. It's just the people in LA.
Yeah. You could just drive by a Karen and she'll be like, it's like you go get
as
that from
soon as
somebody in
my
Target.
as soon as my cousin came over from Texas visiting again, he took the train. Oh, he took the bus actually. As soon as he got off the bus, he told me that some lady like came up to her, came up to him, and she was like, "Do you have any like spare change? I want to get something from the vending machine." He was like, "Nah, sorry, I don't have anything." She was like, "Fuck off." He's like, I'm home. bro. That's fucking LA for you, bro.
Yeah. It's really not that it's not that bad here. Like this there's the homeless problem here is so small in comparison to California. And I always tell my coworkers that and they never want to hear it. And I feel like I'm not trying to flex when I say, "Oh, I'm from LA." Stuff's crazier there. It's
That's a flex,
it
bro.
is. It just I guess because
Wow.
it's almost like when your parents are like, I used to walk home from school uphill both ways in the snow with a knife in my eye. Like, but people here need to chill. They're like, you're not that crazy. Like, who did I say it to? I think I told you. Like, no, I was telling Will. Um, People in Portland are like the girl who says that she's crazy, but in reality, she just
Will.
owns a cat.
Mm.
Shout out Will. You know, that girl who's like, I'm so crazy, but like she just takes like goofy pictures. Um, and then LA is like the girl where you don't call her crazy because she'll cut you. Like that's LA. This is Portland. Portland is like like LA's runoff of homeless.
Go. Explain it another
Anyway,
way. Another way.
Portland is like California is like the kid in school who got in trouble for something, like getting into a fight or like bringing a knife to school or something. And then Portland is like the kid who brings like a kitchen knife to school and is like, dude, look, I got a knife too. And everyone's like, you're not going to do anything with it. And so they don't get told on. They're like, meh, I'm, I'm scary too. I can be wild.
Oh, fuck.
You want another comparison?
I had a yeah. I had a kid in my class that took out his knife to sharpen his pencil. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. If anyone
Oh, you
sees you,
told me
you're
about
getting in
that.
trouble. And the teacher immediately saw him and like ruined him up. He got expelled. Like, yeah, see, fucking dumbass. It's for protection, not a toy. Anyway, but I did used to sharpen my pencils with knives at home.
You stupid. God damn it, Jordy.
At home, I wasn't
At
stabbing, pulling
home.
it out.
Why would you do it at home? Get a pencil sharpener.
Yeah, I didn't have a pencil
Get a
sharpener.
pen.
Bitch, fuck you. Eat my
Anyway,
dick. A nut on your hair,
uh,
bro. Ahmed.
let's stop here. Call me
You gonna wake up
Ahmed?
with a nut on your ear, bro. You're gonna look like something about Mary again.
Again? I'm gonna nut in my ear. Get the fuck out of here. What? You're gonna nut
Oh,
in
that's
my ear? What
right.
a weird insult.
You weren't in it. Nah, I'm kidding.
You're not
Nah,
Cameron Diaz? That's such a weird insult. You look like Cameron Diaz.
no, not Cameron Diaz. What's that other guy? He was in Meet the Fockers, Meet the Parents.
Ben
Uh,
Stiller?
yeah, there we go.
I look like Ben Stiller?
He
What
jacked
are you
off
trying
in
to
the
say about my nose? What are you trying to
bathroom.
say about my nose?
They're both huge, bro. You both ugly. Oh, that would
Dude,
that hurt a
you look
little.
like Kim Jong Un. Get the fuck out of here. You look like
Here, bro. I'm working
you.
out. I just started, bro. Look at you. You been working out.
Yeah,
Where are
just started.
you? Is that
Shut
all,
up.
bro?
I
Bro,
started working out. I'm a
I
personal
love that
trainer,
you're flexing
fucker.
harder now. Joe, cute little like, bro. Little
Shut
angel.
up. We're done. We're done with this podcast.
Uh,
This episode's over. I'm gonna title this "Jordy's an asshole who loves
yeah,
dogs."
yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Totally, totally. Because Tree's such
Okay.
a fucking pussy. Nah.
On three.
I love you, bro. I
Okay.
love you, bro.
Too friendly on three. Okay. 3, 2,
I'll go.
1. On go.
Ooh,
3, 2,
oh,
1. Too
okay.
friendly.
Too friendly.
Friendly. Bye.